everyone, Lauren from A Girl and Her Wool here. Today I'm here with my craft journal. It is Sunday, February 6th, and I am so behind on this that I want to just kind of backtrack, set up January, or go through January, actually kind of catch up on some late 2021 projects, and then also set up February. So I'm gonna kind of wanted to run through like my Make 9 and kind of update you all there, and then I'm just gonna kind of speed through the rest of what I'm doing. I know some of you have reached out saying you'd love to see what I do with mine, and so I'm happy to share it. So this will be a little bit crazier just because I'm kind of backtracking a little bit, but just to show it's never too late to get started on your craft journal. So I am here with my 2022 Make 9 page. This was the January exclusive sheet for the club members. So if you're a part of my sticker club, every month, no matter what kind of sheets you choose to get as part of your club shipment, you always get an exclusive sheet just for the club in that month's theme. So for January, it was this Make 9 page. I showed this in a vlog on YouTube. I'll link to it in the description. And so I wanted to just talk about where I'm at with things. Again, we're just starting in February. It's still early in the year, so it's not like anything needs to be done at this point, but it's always good to check in and talk about these things. So again, I have kind of my Make 9 here. So my first one was my mystery yarn blanket. So I'm going to share more about that. I showed it in my craft update for my January update, and so I'll talk more about that. I left this empty box here so I can fill in the details of the pattern and what I wanted to do. I actually made up my own pattern. So again, I'm going to talk about that in the future. But the colors of the month swatches I've been doing okay at, so I got all of the February ones done, and I'll be dyeing up March this week, some of March this week. Otherwise, I haven't really done too many cast-ons this year, so we're kind of there. And then of course journal updates I'm kind of getting to now. So anyway, that was my Make 9, and so from here on out I'm going to put on some music and flip through. I might add in a little bit of voiceovers, and then I will flip through it at the end and show it all to you then. All right, everyone, so that is January. So you guys saw my January craft update, so I'll link to that below if you haven't seen it. I really didn't do like a super ton. I had a ton of whips that I did not work on. I was very much focused on catching up on the Mystery Yarn Club blanket, and then doing my colors of the month swatches. So in order to make, I just want to talk about the sheets. So for this, I used my exclusive sheet as well as a decorative sheet. That's kind of where I got some of these larger boxes and some of the additional ones here. I have it here, you just can't really see it, but you get those square boxes. You get more of these boxes that I include in the project highlight sheet you saw, and you get some additional thick and thin strips. So when I went to do the January one, I ended up setting it up using the coffee beans that came from the decorative sheet instead of the ones from the month sheet. I don't know, I just felt, you know, I wanted to kind of bring some more of that in and kind of separate it from the Make 9, but I probably should have done it opposite where I used these ones on the Make 9 because the project highlight, anyway, it doesn't matter, it all themes, but it kind of is nice too how it actually switches back and forth. So maybe I'll do that for February. But anyway, so I had so I put that in. Again, I was in catch-up mode, so I didn't do as much as I probably would when we set up February. When we do February, I like to use the decorative sheet and kind of bring in a little bit more, so I'll show you that for next time. But again, we were just kind of catching up. For other ideas, something that my mom does is she sets up again the two sides, and then she actually uses her notebook as a way to kind of do tally marks if she has to track rows and kind of keep up to date there. So that's kind of another good idea too, is that then you don't have to find like the post-it or the piece of paper you wrote like what notes you're on. They're just like, you know, if I had to track my rows with the Carnival at Night socks, my tallies would be like right there, which is such a good idea. So what we're gonna do next is actually a little bit different. So as you kind of see on here, I had a lot of whips going into the year. And so what I decided to do is that I'm actually gonna use my 2022 theme sheet. So that's kind of what you saw with the cast-ons and finished objects. I always have like a year theme. So you could actually get like 12, you know, a full year set in this if you want like the whole year to match. I also have full year sets for a couple of other themes as well. So anyway, I just kind of grabbed these for myself. I figured I'd start with this, and then if I need a decorative sheet, I will grab it. I don't know, I really like those big boxes and some of the extra strips on there, so it's very likely that I end up grabbing them. But so anyway, wanted to give that little recap and kind of explain why I'm switching over to these. And then again, if I use the decorative sheet, I'll show you that as well. It's very likely I will, but I might not until like I'm further along and taking notes on them. All right, so I wanted to catch up, and if I did not record me doing all this, I apologize. But I'm going to just kind of flip back through where we were. So if you didn't see me setting all this up, I apologize. Okay, so first is, so we had like our January. So then again, I went back to kind of catch up on some older projects. So we have my All the Lights sweater. And something that I did here was used one of the labels and just cut the edge, and it's really nice because I like to put what category it is there, but then it's nice because it kind of makes it stand out a bit. So if I look back at kind of some of my older ones, right, I did that in the past, but I really like how it stands out with that, and I just cut the edge so it fit. So that was nice. So again, I have this, I need to look up some of this information, and then I just kind of got caught up. I love using the labels again as the dates, so then as I take notes I can do that. Just kind of got caught up and wrote my notes. And then I always like to leave a modification section. I don't plan to modify a ton with the sweater, but I often do a sleeve, so I like to just jot down notes on that so I can see, go back and see what it was. And then also, you know, the construction was a little unique to me, so I want to take notes on that when I'm off camera. So that's my All the Lights, plenty of room to still take some more notes as I work through it. And then I have the Mystery Yarn Club here. So I did a couple of weird things. So I did the same thing. I have kind of that standout label there, which is nice. And what I ended up taking, because I was lazy about printing the decorative sheet and cutting it, I took the labels from November because they're pretty similar colors. They're just more muted. So we'll see how I feel about it if I end up changing them out. But this is what the decorative sheet looks like. And again, I just took those squares. So I took a little bit of notes there on what I'm doing. And my plan is to have kind of this idea for each month. And so I will be printing out a decorative sheet, so that will give me 6 more of these. So I'll actually have to make 2 more of these, so I can have one of these for each month. So I kind of put a little description of the color. I'll take notes on the cast on and cast off. And so then I'm going to set up all of the months, and I even left 2 extra pages for it, figuring I'm not going to fit it all on these 2 pages. So I will come back and put them here. What I like about what I did here, this was one of the boxes from the project highlight sheet, but again, you would get a lot in there too. I just took a label and kind of made a little header for it, which I thought was really nice too. So that was kind of a good idea, and it's a great idea for even to do for you know, the project highlight pages if you want to do that too. It's the same color, so it blends in really perfectly, it fits perfectly. Just another creative idea there. So yeah, so that's set up as well, and throughout the year, again, I'll just kind of add things in. And then I figure I'll probably have some leftover room that I can kind of take more in-depth notes if I want to. All right, so then moving into February. So this is my February setup. So I have my crafty goals. So I wanted to mention one thing. So this is kind of the month sheet. This is what I used. I don't think I used anything else. No, I didn't print out anything else. So I definitely did not use anything else. And I have the strips that I tend to use that say crafty goals, whips, finished objects, and notes. But if you don't like the sectioning, you can always just use the words. That's why I have some of the same ones here. If you don't want to use the strips, if you want like things more, maybe you want your goals or your whips and your finished objects side by side, you can do it that way and use the labels. Or of course, with the decorative sheet, use the boxes. So like a whips box maybe, and then a finished object box. Yeah, or you could even use the 2 square boxes from the decorative sheet and do your whips and your finished object on those if you kind of want to condense things. I think that would be really nice to give you kind of more room for taking notes on things that maybe you're working on, or you're project planning or brain dumping, whatever it is. So yeah, so that is that. Again, I used just this one sheet, and I will continue with the labels as I take notes. And my plan is to set up, I think I mentioned this, my pink fizz on this page, but did a lot of catching up today, so we're good with that. And for some of my craft goals for February, I did my March swatches. I think I went through this already get caught up on my mystery blanket, finish the body of all of the lights, work on my pink fizz, and then I have a secret project that I will be working on later this month. So that is it. That is my craft journal update for this month. I have, if you go to my FAQs, which I have linked below, I have where I have this note where I bought this notebook from Amazon. And then otherwise, I have all of these stickers available in my shop, and you are more than welcome to join the club. I'll put up here what the March exclusive kit is, in addition to what the March kit looks like, so you can check that out. Otherwise, the kits are all the stickers are available a la carte in my shop, so you can join either the club or the or purchase them separately. And I'm cleaning up here, multitasking, and kind of getting myself confused. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I would love to know what you kind of use the stickers for and how you use them, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.